Welcome to Process to Profitability, a podcast all about the tools and strategies you need to serve your clients and grow your small business, hosted by me, Samantha Mabe of Lemon and the Sea. Join me as I chat with creative entrepreneurs and small business owners about how they built and grew their businesses and how you can do the same in a way that fits you. Let's get started. You're listening to episode 60 of Process to Profitability. Today, I am going into a topic that I am really excited about, and that is getting to the heart of your brand. In episode 58, I discussed why the heart of your brand and brand strategy matters when we're doing website design. And I wanted to dig into how can you actually figure out what the heart of your brand is. So if you're wondering, why does this matter when you're designing a website? I really believe that brand strategy is what takes your website to the next level and gives you the connection with your dream client. My process focuses on both strategy and design, so it's important that I start with my clients on the right foot by delving deep into the heart of their business. Knowing the heart behind your brand, why you do what you do, can inspire other people to rally around you and take action on what you're offering. But you can't design a website that reflects that if you don't know what it is. And so this process of getting to the heart of your brand, your mission and your core values, and even your messaging can help us to define your brand and then focus on bringing your website to life with a strong strategic design. So, why does the heart of your brand matter? Why is it that this piece is so important in the overall brand and website design strategy? Discovering the heart of your brand means diving deep into the purpose and passion behind your business, as well as focusing on identifying your dream client, your brand voice, and more. Knowing what drives you and your business will help you to create a website strategy that can help you reach your business goals. You'll walk away feeling well-equipped and confident in your ability to better grasp the heart behind your brand, as well as do business in a way that enables you to focus on what truly matters. You can stress less about whether your marketing efforts are falling on deaf ears and spend less time worrying about how your website is perceived and more time feeling confident as you move forward with a business and a website that you're proud to share. When we talk about the heart of your brand, we want to start with your why. And although it's easy to think that the most important facet of selling your products or services is the product or service itself, your clients are ultimately attracted to the why, the heart behind your work. In Simon Sinek's book, Start With Why, he talks about the fact that people don't buy what you do as much as they buy into why you do it, and then they want to support that. Of course, the product or service has to be something that they actually need, but it's the heart behind your brand that helps you stand out and really reach your dream clients who need your work. I want you to ask yourself, what would you say is the why behind your work? Now, you might want to ask this question once, but I really recommend, and I've talked to other people who recommend the Y times 5 method. This method gets you even deeper into your brand. It forces you to go below the surface to what's most important and will help you find things that are unique so that you can see the heart behind your brand and move forward in your business. The more honest you are, the better able you are to create connection with your dream clients through shared values and common experiences. This is not an easy process, and I tell this to all of my clients as they go through their workbooks. These questions are meant to challenge you, to make you think. So I want to give you an example of the Y times 5 method that I did when I went through my own workbooks and talk about how I really dug deep into this process and even where I got stuck. So the first time I asked myself, why? Why do I do what I do? I said, I design strategic websites in partnership with my clients because I want to see creative business owners own their expertise and build successful businesses that support their lives. That why sounds great on the surface, right? I mean, who doesn't want to have a successful business and own their expertise? But that's not the deepest layer of why I do what I do. That's just the surface. So I ask myself, why again? I design strategic websites in partnership with my clients because I want to see creative business owners step into the calling that God has given them and the important contribution they have to make for the world. I'm going even deeper here. I'm getting to what the heart of my business is. And then I ask myself, why again? I design strategic websites in partnership with creative business owners to help them step into the calling that God has given them, because I've been in a place of feeling the pressure to find what God has planned for your life while still having to contribute to your family finances. I've been in that place. I know what it's like when you're a business owner and you feel like chasing your dream, it doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint. And I want to help other business owners to really have a website that is going to support their business so they don't have to worry about that. But I wanted to go even deeper. Remember, we're doing Y times 5. So on the 4th step, this is where I thought I couldn't go any deeper. I literally wrote down that I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't think that I could go any deeper. I thought I had laid it all out. But I kept on writing in order to get my heart on paper. I really believe that even when we are struggling to verbalize something, if we just sit down with a pen and paper, we can think through it and just get it out there. And then we have it as a record. So here I wrote, I love the design and business pieces because I get to use both my practical and creative sides. I love websites because they're such an important part of business but don't have to be scary. I love working with clients who love serving. They aren't in it to make money or gain fame, but to make a living serving others by doing what they love. And that was the piece that I was missing, that I hadn't written down before, is that I love clients who love to serve. So when I asked myself why the 5th time, I said, I design strategic websites in partnership with creative business owners to help them step into their calling with confidence in their expertise so that they can focus on serving others instead of worrying about creative growth and income. As a website strategist, I get to support their goals as they serve and support their families. This is the heart of my brand. That is what I love to do. And by going through this method, you will get to the heart of your brand too. It doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to have this statement all worked out. We're going to get to that later. But you just want to really, really dig into what it is that makes you do the work that you're doing every day in your business. Next, we want to get into your vision. So when I have my clients go through these workbooks, there are a lot more questions that I ask them, and I really encourage them to dig deep. Sometimes I ask questions in different ways to just get different explanations. But I am giving you some questions in these next sections that will help you to answer some of these and take the time to work through this. If you want to see the actual questions, make sure you check out the show notes on my website. There's going to be a list of all of them right there so that you can go through and answer these for your own business. Now, let's talk about your vision. The vision behind your work is what you're striving to accomplish as the result of the why that drives you. An intentional vision can create a measurable standard of success, which we talked about in our previous episode with Jennifer White when we talked about creating metrics in your business. These things, your vision, can help you do that. It can also help you identify your business's direction as you move forward, inspire action in you and your team, cultivate a sense of community, and honor your brand's values as you speak to your strengths. It's most effective when used to guide choices as your business grows and moves forward. So here are some questions that you can ask to help you get to what your vision really is. What is it about your why that keeps you excited, fired up, and motivated? Look back at that 5th why statement and figure out why that matters to you. Then ask, what are your brand's goals? What is it that you want your brand and your business to accomplish? And why do those goals inspire you? At the end of your career, what do you want your business to have stood for? Do you want to make a greater impact? Write that down so that you know what it is that you are really working towards in the long term. Then ask, what impact do you hope to leave through your work? Sometimes the impact that we want to leave is just having happy clients. But sometimes we're building a legacy. We want to be able to give this business to somebody else or to see other people's businesses grow through our own. And then when you think about how your work can serve your clients well, how your work can bless your life, or how your work can leave a positive impact, what ideas come to mind? What do you envision when you dream big for your business? Because I want to be transparent and I want to really talk you through some of this, I want to share with you what I wrote down for some of these. I think it helps when we can see other people's answers because then we know sort of where we can start brainstorming. So what is it about your why that keeps you excited, fired up, and motivated? I love seeing others thrive in their creativity and do what God has called them to do. For the question, what are your brand's goals? Mine are to help educate other business owners in actionable ways, to do my best so that others can do theirs, and to help other people serve well. And these inspire me because we all have something of value to give, something that we have been given to do, and there has never been a better time to step out and do it. But we all need support, confidence, and systems to help us. That's why I do what I do with website design. And then when I think about what I dream big for in my business, I want my business to build relationships, to allow me to show my children and my family and my friends how to work hard and see God at work, to be available in my life to serve and support my family and friends and the causes that are important to me because my business supports me. I want to have an impact through my marriage and my family that goes beyond just me, and I want to be available and present with those people that are important. It's not just about designing websites. For me, it's bigger. It's about empowering my clients. It's about leaving room for my family. And your vision can be the same. It can be more than just about how many clients you have and how much money you make. It should go deeper than that and be what you're working for long term. Do you know what your dream clients see when they come to your website? The only way to figure out how your dream clients are using your website and what makes them leave is to ask them. I've created a special UX test guide that you can get at lemonandthesea.com/UX test. Inside, you'll learn how to structure a user experience test to get the best results, 18 questions to help you really see your website through their eyes, and my favorite way to find dream clients to help you. You need to look at every stage of your client's journey, from landing on your website to completing the final goal through their eyes, so that you know what to change right now to start converting more visitors into clients. Get the guide at lemonandthesea.com/UX test. Next, let's get into your mission. So your mission takes your vision and shares how you're moving forward. It includes action details that allow you to bring your vision to life. You can ask yourself, what mission does your brand seek to accomplish? And how is your brand moving forward to achieve your vision? Once you've answered those questions, and I know that can be a little bit tough, what I want to do is craft a mission statement. So we have talked about this before on the show, and there are a lot of people who talk about mission statements. But I want you to think of this as who you are, what you do, who your dream client is, and how your work is different from others in your industry, or how it adds value to your dream client's life. The first couple of things are pretty easy. Who you are, what you do, your dream client, you're going to have to dig into. And then how your work is different from others, or how it adds value. That's when you look back at that why and the vision that you have, because that is what people are going to relate to. This is my mission statement. I strategically craft websites for the creative small business owner who is passionate about serving her clients and wants to be a part of the design process. I help her stand out as an expert, find more dream clients, increase visibility, and be in control of her website so that she can grow her business and spend more time doing what she loves. I am telling you there what I do, who my dream client is, and how my work is different from other website designers out there. And all of it ties back into that why statement. I'm not using the exact words that I wrote down when I wrote down my why, but I am using the heart behind that to write my mission statement. The cool thing about a mission statement is that this is the statement that you can then take and put on your website. Use when you talk to people about your business. This is something that is really actionable. It explains who you are and what you do, and you can use it in a variety of ways. Once you have this, let's dive into your values. Your values are actionable concepts that define how your brand will move forward to achieve your mission and your vision. They're used to inform how you operate every piece of your business, and they should be fundamental, steadfast, and actionable. You need to make sure that the values you choose are going to drive you in the direction you want to go long term. So here you should ask yourself, what are your top values? And then to really hone in on 3 or 4 of them, which of these values are crucial to the nature of your work, the experience you want to create, or the legacy you want to leave behind. I have shared my business values before on the podcast, and I have them on my Instagram, I have them on my website, but I want to list them off for you here, Because when I did this, I really had to dig into what my values were. And I started off with a lot of things that are important to me, but I could simplify those down into 3 to 4. So those are serving well. I want to serve my clients well. I want to serve my listeners and my readers well. And I want to help them serve others. The second is continuous growth. So I really believe in education for me, for my clients, for my family, and I always want us to be growing. My fourth value is family. Now, under this category, I make room for friends and community, but really, I want to prioritize things outside of just sitting at my computer all day and feeling like I'm always hustling. And the fourth thing is meaningful projects. I want to work on projects that have meaning to the people that I'm working for, but are also inspiring to me. Of course, I am not going to be able to run every business that I have designed a website for, but it inspires me when the people who I'm working for have a mission that I can get behind. The next thing I want to talk about here is your differentiators. So what is it that makes you different? And I know that this is so hard for a lot of us. And so I have some questions that can help us to really dig into this piece. Your differentiators are what make you stand out from other people in your industry. They speak to who you are, not to what you do. If your brand is personal, these are going to be things that set you apart. And if you're part of a team, then they're going to be what each person brings to the table and how those work together to accomplish something greater. So what I want you to ask yourself is, what talents or gifts do you have that you're frequently receiving compliments for? What is it that your friends and family tell you that you're good at over and over again? Or if you're not sure, maybe what questions do people come to you with multiple times? Whether that's your clients or your family or your friends, what is it that they think you know a lot about and you would give good answers for? The second question here is, what qualities do you want to be known for? Some of what's going to make you different isn't just your innate ability, but the things that you really want to make a part of your life and a priority. Third, ask yourself, what do you consider your biggest strengths? I know that sometimes we feel like, oh, I'm not that great at anything, or, I'm certainly not the best. We're afraid to own our expertise, but we are all good at certain things, just like other people are good at others. And so you need to dig into yourself and really ask yourself, what are your biggest strengths? What are you an expert at? And fourth, if you could have your dream client associate you with 5 specific skills, values, or talents, what would they be? What would your dream client think of you when they hear something? What is it that they are going to come to you for because they know you have it and other people might not? Again, all of these things, your differentiators, your values, your mission statement, not only are they going to help you get to the heart of your brand for internal purposes so that you can really cast a vision moving forward, but you can also use this as you write copy for your website or captions for your social media. These are the things that you can be communicating to people, because this is really the work that is going to help you share with other people what it is that you're passionate about, what you love to do, what you're good at, what you can help people with. I encourage you to dig into these questions, check them out in the show notes, and take some time to answer these in a way that is not just surface level, but that you're digging deep into the answers so that you can really get to the heart of your brand. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be talking about my top 3 strategies for designing a website that fits your brand. And these things are going to play into helping you do that. We're going to talk about laying that strong foundation and knowing your dream client. We're going to talk about setting goals and pushing the limits on the design. And those things are all going to come back to the questions that you have answered here today. So I encourage you, go check out the show notes, write down these questions in a PDF or on a notebook and just brainstorm it out. Get to the point where you can have all of these answers written down and refer to them in later times. Today's action steps are pretty simple, but they're going to take some work. The first is to write down your why and dig deeper through the why times 5 method. Don't just stop at that first level, but dig deeper by asking yourself why. Number 2, find your business values and then add them to your website. I really love when I can see what people value on their website. And a great place to add this is your About page, because it's where you're connecting with people in a deeper way. And number 3 is write down your differentiators. Think of at least 5 things that make you stand out, or that you're really good at, or that your clients would say about you. You don't have to do anything with these right now, but you should at least start thinking about them. I hope today's episode was helpful. I know it was a shorter one, but there's some homework involved, so I hope that you go and do that. If you liked this episode, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a review on iTunes or share it on Instagram and tag me at Lemon and the Sea and at Process to Profitability. Thanks for listening to Process to Profitability. Please take a minute to leave an honest review in iTunes so that I can help more small business owners and creative entrepreneurs find the show.